I guess we about everything. We're trying to not be specialized as much as we can. So we're working with a very wide range of programs, but also locations. But what we're trying to do, I guess, as a sort of a threat across the field of our projects, is to be concerned by the environmental impact of whatever we do. And yeah, I mean, in a world where sort of environmental concerns is omnipresent and you hear a lot of greenwashing, I think we're trying to like basically go back down into a much more sort of basic level of approach where I suppose we address needs versus the greed of the profession. Well, I think the concept gives a platform to discuss the topic of architecture and urban development to people that are both coming from, you know, the design side and the production side. And I think that's very important. That connection is really required. We need to talk to each other more, actually. Even better would be to include the politicians. You know, it's very difficult, I know. That's what politics are all about. But the whole idea of the inclusion is very interesting about architects at work. And I think that's where I got interested. Well, the message is multiple, but it really has to do with like how can we, as architects in our work and, you know, ripple down into the industry, how can we actually gather our forces in order to provide an answer to the demands that is closer to what we really need, rather than only or also catering to, you know, strictly profit. Because there's a situation where we're sitting in now where profit is the only discussion, where actually I think the coming back to something more basic is very interesting.